Gemini, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to the Unseen Hands Collective. This is going to be your March shift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. So Gemini, the image that's coming to me for you this month is an alarm clock going off. I just saw this like clock kind of shaking and moving around, and it felt like something's going off. Now is the time for something big, I think, to shift in your life. Here's what your shape shift looks like. We're using Brian Froud's fairy deck this month. You're shifting out of Indy, which is short for indecision, and into this card labeled himself, which, I mean, I think really simply this reading can be described as you're moving from a place of insecurity around decision making into surety, into confidence in your ability to make choices and be decisive about your next moves. And I think your next moves are a big deal. Here's what your shape shift looks and feels like. We've got the bodacious Bodoc over here who looks primed and ready. We've got the Rar, a really big energy, and then Penelope the Dreamweaver. So the Rar coming out carries the energy of that alarm clock for me, of a much larger notion at this point in your life that the time is now. You know, like it feels resounding, it feels sizable. Whatever this is at this moment, maybe a big turning point for you, a big choice that you're making to do something pretty big, which is why maybe you're feeling a bit daunted, a bit cold feet, maybe a bit suddenly unsure of your choices. And it does sort of feel like, especially with this combo here, this Bodoc energy is just sort of waiting for you to officially say yes, you know, to officially commit to this choice. It's just like primed and ready, you know, all it needs is your go ahead. All it needs is you to officially say, okay, we're doing this. And then boom. Interesting. It's interesting too, because now in this moment, they're showing up to me as the same being. So there may almost be this part of you. I will say that you could be waiting on someone else to officially make a decision. That won't be for everyone. I'm feeling this energy more as you. I'm feeling this more as a part of you that's ready to take this leap, that's ready to do something big and make a big commitment. And then the other part of you that's a little bit hesitant to make a big move like this. Because whatever this is pretty big. You know, Penelope the Dreamweaver is this card of dreaming beyond yourself, dreaming really big. And I mean, like, there's this beautiful spiral moving upwards. The dream, I think, that would take you to the next level. And I love how it looks like she's holding the Rar energy, whatever that is. I don't know, it sort of feels like this is a next level dream for you, Gemini, and the time is now. You're right at the precipice of this actually happening, and it feels pretty scary to officially go for it, to officially say yes and commit to it. But being willing to say yes and commit to it, I think, is a huge step up in terms of your evolution as a person, as a being, because this is the growth this month. This is the shift. And it really, you know, as I was talking through the cards with my cohorts, Kevin and Kelsey at the collective, I think it was Kevin who mentioned this is a bit of a maturity is what we're seeing. There's a sense of a growing up. You know, there's a big Peter Pan energy here, and you could see this as a bit of a Peter Pan syndrome energy, but it's being willing to commit to your choices is part of all of our learning curves in terms of growing up. I think Kevin also mentioned the Sagittarian energy that's present in this, in the shape you're shifting into. And, you know, if you've been following our deeper dives over at unseenhandscollective.com in our free membership, by the way, you can access this all for free and go deeper into this shift energy with us. So I do encourage you to go over there and check out our free membership. The link is in the description. But we've been diving deeper all through February into the zodiac polarities. Okay, so Gemini, your opposite sign on the zodiac is Sagittarius, and that Sagittarian energy craves freedom, you know, like lives for freedom and adventure, and doesn't want to be tied down in any way. And there is an aspect of this perhaps that Kevin is bringing forward, and I'm sure we'll go deeper in your astrology scopes for March, so make sure you check those out. But there may be an aspect here of the fear that making a choice would somehow limit you. And you're wanting to be free. You're wanting to feel limitless in your ability to adventure and to experience life. And I think this March is encouraging you not to fear this growth, not to fear making a choice, even a choice that could be really, really big and could take you somewhere you haven't yet gone before. I think you've got to trust that even in making a clear and decisive big move, that in and of itself is bringing you freedom and adventure. Big choices don't have to tie you down. They can bring you into whole new realms of adventure and freedom that you actually didn't have before, staying in an energy of keeping all your options open. Okay, that's really interesting here, Gemini. I'm excited to dive deeper into this reading now and see what more cards will bring to the table to illuminate this energy for you. So if it's resonating so far and you'd like to follow me into the extended version of your March tarot reading, click that link in the description below, and that will take you to our website, unseenhandscollective.com, where you can access the extended tarot reading in our shop and also through our monthly memberships. And this is just a reminder that it's only 1/3 of your March shift reading. You've got an astrology portion. Kevin has recorded astroscopes for you to loop in the planetary influences for you in March. And then Kelsey has created a guidebook to help you more personally move through your March shift process. So I encourage you to complete your March shift by diving into the other parts that we have created for you over the collective. All right, Gemini, thanks for being here. Happy March. Change can be really, really good. Really, these are really positive, big deal cards. They're talking about big plans, strong relationships and commitments, and security, building security that can sustain for a long time. You know, like change can be really, really good and amazing, and also super hard, you know, really chaotic, not easy. So I think what this reading is offering us is a glimpse into how this change is really important and beneficial for you, and also it's hard and painful. There are leaving things behind when you make a big change like this, and there is always risk.
And that energy moving through your 10th house, the Pisces journey this month, because Neptune is Pisces ruler, okay, and Neptune speaks to our soul. Okay, so what's happening this month for you is that you are coming into contact with how your soul feels okay, what your soul requires of you. And we all are, okay, we all are. But this is what, because you have Pisces in the 10th house, this is what your soul requires of you, to anchor into yourself